Good morning. So I'm just getting up, stirring around. It's been a little while this morning. I am going to make a cup of tea, and I thought I'd share with you 5 delicious things to add to your tea to make it even more enjoyable. Well, today I'm going to go out here and just clip some fresh mint. I'm not even bringing a scissors or a basket. I'm just getting enough for 1 cup. I'm getting a few sprigs here. I have to pick a few sprigs because I want more than 1 cup today. So I'll just go ahead and pick some fresh mint. The porch is looking cute. It's ready for fall. I'm going to go in here and make a cup of tea. I should have got Cookie some catnip. Cookie, I should have picked you some catnip, buddy. Yeah, let's go out there and grab Cookie some catnip real quick and bring it back in here to him. He was looking at me like he was left out. Like, where's my catnip, Mama? Okay, well, I'm going to go out here and see if we've got something for him. Pick him a few sprigs of that. He's usually not too picky. He just rolls around in it and enjoys it. Let me see if I can find him any. The herb garden is in need of a lot of work. I haven't got to it lately. Well, it looks like it's a little bit overgrown in here. I see some oregano, but I can't really see any catnip. Oh, I see some. It looks like the catnip may be over for the year here. I thought there might be some left for him, but we don't have any. So I'm just going to get him a few sprigs of what's growing here. Just a few things that he can smell of and see if he's happy with that. I know it won't be the same as catnip, but hopefully he'll enjoy just having some different scents to sniff. Bless his heart, I'm going to have to plant more catnip. Definitely this year. He's going to be slightly disappointed because it's not what he loves the best, but hey, he'll still smell it. Here, got you some herbs. You want to smell these? You want to smell them? Well, that's enough for him to just smell and keep him busy for a little bit. Now he seems a little more happy with that. I put him some there on his little tower, and he's sniffing around. He'll roll around in that and enjoy it. And I'm glad I had some backup on hand here that I could give him, and he wouldn't be disappointed. I have to keep this in the cabinet because if I don't, he will find it and be chewing on the whole bag. So I've got to keep it right in here in that cabinet. Let him go ahead and enjoy his catnip. And heading in here to make the tea, I see our plants need to be watered. I've got to go ahead and water them sometime today. And there's a couple more I've got to get inside that are outside. Because if I don't, it's going to be too cold on them and I'll lose them. I am back in here to the tea station, and that's the first thing I wanted to share with you was this herbs from your yard. This is mint. It is delicious. It's peppermint. It makes a delicious tea, adds quite a bit of stuff to it. And my second suggestion is vanilla sugar. This is sugar. When I made the homemade vanilla, I had some little pieces left over, and I just stuck them down in this sugar. Well, when you do that, it makes a deliciously fresh vanilla flavored sugar, and that is really good to use in your tea. I've got some candies here. I've got 3 different kinds. Candy cane, that's great to swish around in your tea. Especially with the holidays coming up, a candy cane is an excellent little stir to drop down and use as a stir in your teacup. Today's teacup it's fall, y'all, and it certainly is. It's crisp and cool, and the leaves are changing. Things are drying up, and it's definitely fall. So that's my cup this morning. And our tea is just going to be the Marsala chai tea from Char Brew. Let's see what's in this tea. It's over here on the side. Well, that's the contact information. Let's just look over here on the other side. And there you go. There's our ingredients. It's just 4 ingredients. It's black tea, 43%, ginger pieces, 25%, cinnamon pieces, 20%, and cardamom pieces, 12%. So that's what's in our tea this morning. The Marsala chai tea. There's 60 bags in this beautiful tin. And I do reuse the tins. I'll put herbs that I harvest and make my own tea and put in these tins. And of course, then I have to put something like a label on the back that lets me know what's in it. But today, this is a new tea I bought with my friend Sharon. We went shopping Monday and we had a great day. I have several really good friends that I love to spend the day with. And Sharon yesterday, we had made an appointment to go and hang out, and we just enjoyed it. I wanted to film it, but it was one of those down times where I was just enjoying being with a friend. Alright, now I've shown you the vanilla sugar and the candies that are really good. Here's a few of my favorite candies. Now you can use these suckers like this too. These lollipops, you can take the paper off and just use them as a stir stick and stick them straight down in your tea and stir them around, and you'll have a pleasant tasting tea. It'll be just enough, 1 serving of sugar in there, and it'll be good. Now I like these hard candies. We get these different times through the year. Of course, you have to find where they sell these. These are, I don't know how common they are, but any hard candy will do. This is a hard candy that I particularly like. Now, I just like to get out 1 or 2 of these. Just get them out and add to your cup of tea. And depending on what kind of candy you have, you can flavor your tea with that. Some butterscotch hard candy would be delicious to flavor tea, and there are others. And I like this. This has a lemon. Lemon drops would be delicious in your tea. But this is some candy that's made in Virginia. It's kind of soft, but it's really good, and it dissolves good into the hot cup of tea. Now there's 2 more suggestions that I have for you, and that is homemade jelly. Homemade jellies that didn't set up quite well. Well, you can always process them, add more pectin, and get them the way you want them. But I just use them as a syrup for my tea or for other drinks. Our water's ready. Get that and let that steep. But this makes an excellent topping for your pastries. If you want to have that, put it in oatmeal, homemade yogurt. That's an excellent idea. But I love to just take it and put some in my tea. You know what's in this? Just fruit and sugar, and you can use a small amount, and it makes an excellent additive for your tea. And another one here. Of course, lemon is a common additive. I've sliced some lemon. I've put it in this jar. Had it in the refrigerator, and it's ready to go. It adds a little different flavor when it's been sliced and stored in your jar like this. And it smells so good. It makes an excellent additive. Mine's been in here for a little while. It usually just comes right out and goes into your tea. But it smells so good. And the juice that's in here is even good to just pour in here and spice up your tea. Now, I like it. It's kind of like a fermented fruit, so that might not be for everybody, but it's a wonderful alternative to add to your tea. We'll get our tea steeped and our lemon and our candy in there. We have made a delicious fall cup of tea this morning. It's still steeping hot, but it's really good. It's got that little tang of lemon in there, and it's got that little tiny taste of flavored candy in there, which is really good. Well, that's the 5 things that I'd like to share with you that you can add to your tea to make it delicious this morning, to make it your own personal cup of tea the way that you like it. A lot of people have a problem with the herbal teas because their flavors are, when you go out here and pick herbs out of the yard, it's an acquired taste. The mint is wonderful. That's been in teas, forever. And there are other teas like the goldenrod, which has a mild pine scent. There's the lemon balm. Oh, lemon balm is just delicious by itself. But the herbs in your yard, they are probably not as flavorful as a lot of other things that you drink. And it's kind of an acquired taste to it. My little candy stuck on my spoon. I got to swish it around and melt it into my into my tea. Where am I this morning? I can't get my real words out. I know I'm drinking tea and I'm talking about tea, not coffee. So I don't know where that came from, but it's my tea. I usually make Donald coffee in the morning, so that's probably where it's coming from. But if you can add one of these flavorings to your tea, like the little bit of vanilla, none of this you use to excess. You just put, a single serving, and you'd be amazed at how small that is. It's kind of a teaspoon size. That's why I put 2 of those little candies in. And then I put the lemon. The lemon doesn't really add a lot of sugar, but it does add a lot of flavor. But these 5 things right here will help you make a delicious cup of tea and add flavor to your, especially your herbal teas that don't have a lot of natural flavor in them. Of course, if you're a tea drinker, then the black teas and the teas that you buy, there's no problem with me to drink them unsweetened or unflavored, but you can flavor them. You can flavor your teas to taste the way you want to, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It's an affordable way to flavor your teas and make them even more delicious than they would be on their own. And make your own personal cup of tea the way you love it, the way you like it. Enjoy your little cup of tea. It's such a wonderful thing. If you have a favorite drink, whether that be whatever it is, whether it be coffee, tea, chocolate, hot chocolate, whatever you like is excellent to go ahead and enjoy it the way you like it and to try other ways to make it even better. These are a few tips I thought I'd share with you, a few flavors, things to do. Of course, there's the candies, especially with Christmas coming up. A peppermint candy is really good. My kids, they want those peppermints all year long, my grandkids. And then the vanilla sugar, that's a real treat. That all-natural vanilla in that sugar takes on those flavors, and that is a delicious additive, not only to tea, but to cookies, cakes, other things. That little bit of sugar with that vanilla in it, it lends a wonderful flavor. And it really, really makes a tea a really special drink. And then you got the jelly that didn't gel and just stayed syrup. Well, there you go. It's delicious in your teas. And then I've got sliced lemons that I leave in the refrigerator and use them as I need them. They add it just makes them taste stronger for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the juice. This is its own juice in here. I didn't add any juice. I just sliced my lemons, put them in a jar with this lid, and these made their own juice. See, that's very flavorful in there. That juice has a strong lemon flavor, and it's really delicious. My jar is a little bit sticky on the outside. I wanted to share with you those little tips to make your morning coffee or tea, hot chocolate, whatever you drink, make it more delicious on these cold, hot mornings. You know, we're going to have these fall mornings. They'll be cold in the morning, and then it'll heat up during the day. But any part of the day, the season, even when it gets cold and stays cold, a good warm drink of your favorite drink will warm you up. And now you've got 5 ways that you can flavor it different than you usually do, and it'll make it even more enjoyable. Thank you for joining me today. Me and Cookie, as we had picked our herbs and got us some delicious flavored tea. I hope you try it, and I hope it enhances your life in some way. I hope you come back. Leave a comment if you've got something to say. And like always, until next time.